Hello, fellow gunners. Tim here at the reloading bench. Okay, now I've started this Alliance shotgun powder uh, trial and error. I really don't know. I don't want to say research and development because that's something that they should be doing. But apparently they're not. They just want to leave it out there for shotgun, and they don't want to use it in metallic cartridges. I am. I've just, it'll work. Burn rate. And let's face it, most pistol powders start out as shotgun powders or vice versa. So, with that said, I'm going to get into this 2028. If I could get the glare off of it. There we go. Somewhat. Well, anyway. Now you've noticed that each time I have loaded this, I have got up to seeing some pressure with this powder. And the reason behind that is because I'm thinking that this powder is more like unique. Okay? And then the more I'm shooting it, and the more I'm, working up my loads and stuff, I'm finding out that it's faster. And I've mentioned that in several of my videos using this powder. With that said, I sat in here this morning and just kind of studying it in my head, and I was like, let's look at some loading manuals and see just what's going on here. So, I got to looking at my Lyman book, at my cast book, at bullets that are the cartridges and the bullets that I've been using in these cartridges. 38 Special, 357, 45 ACP, 9mm. Actually, 9mm don't cover the powder that I'm going to start talking about here in a minute. In the Lyman book, I don't know why. But anyway, seeing, where I was starting with my loads and where I'm starting to see maximum pressures, where I'm starting to see pressures in each cartridge. And one powder keeps popping up in each one of these cartridges, or calibers, I should say. And it's Winchester 231. This powder is now without a chronograph, which I've desperately got to get, and I'm working on it. We'll be getting it. Without knowing the velocities, this powder is, with what I'm seeing, load data for the 231, it's pretty close. So, with that said, I was like, hey, I want to look at my burn rate chart again. So I'll get my burn rate chart out again, and I see right here, Alliant 2028. And what's this right below it? Winchester 231. And what's that right above it? Alliant Unique, which I'm thinking the powder is more like, but I'm finding out it's more like 231. So, now, I'm going to feel more comfortable with not using unique loading data and using 231 loading data to try and mimic my results. So, with that said, what I'm going to be loading today, and this bullet I've never loaded before. We're going to be loading the NOE 135 grain round flat point. If I remember right, this bullet weighs, I was thinking it was right at 135. We'll find out. We'll weigh one. There's another one since I dropped the other one. All right. 136, this one says. So we're anywhere from 135 to 136 with this bullet. Which that can be expected, which is expected. So what I'm going to be loading. Now this is from my lineman book using two different weight bullets. The 121 grain cone bullet, right here, 231, 35 grains start, and max is 4.8. All right, and then right below it is a 146 grain bullet, 231, starting at 3.2 and going up to 5. Now you notice the max on it's like 0.2 grains higher than the lighter bullet. So that is going to be my max load, but I'm going to start with 3.6. I feel comfortable with that. We'll go with 3.6, 0.3 grain intervals, 3.6, 3.9, 4.2, 4.5, and then 4.8. And I also will be loading, no, scratch that. That's what we're going to do with the 135 grain round flat point NRE. All right, guys, let me move some things around. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So, got my powder measure set at 3.6. That's going to be our start. And we're using Remington brass with S&B primers. See how close my die is. All right, well, need to adjust it out. All right, guys, get you a different angle here. We're going to screw out the seating stem. That'll be far enough. We're going to run our well, maybe not. All right. That's got to be long enough. That's, yeah, there we go. All right, now I'm right up against the crimping roof. We're going to take our bullet back down, our stem, not our bullet. We're going to take it down to meet the bullet. And with this being a 38 special, I ain't going to have to worry about my bullet. And there we are. Sticking out past the cylinders. see what we got. And there she is. Got a slight crimp on it, right on the where the bullet goes into the ogive. Actually, this is the ogive. Let's see. Let me show you on just a bullet. See right there, you can see right there. There's a little step down. Right on that. All right. Let's load us up another one. Looked like I was scraping off some powder coat right up here where the stem was coming down, but I just kind of rubbed on it, and it's not. Just looked like it. Probably some leftover lube from other bullets. All right, guys. So, like always, this is where I say, you know what I'm doing. I know a lot of you new guys don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to have 5 different charges with 5 different bullets so I can shoot at targets and see how they're going to perform. And to see, it's going to be a ladder load, to see if there's any pressure. And making sure we don't go over that. All right, we're going to go 3.6, 3.9, 4.2, 4.5, and 4.8. That's where we're stopping. That's what we're doing. All right, guys. See you at the range. Hey, guys. Tim here, back from the range. Talking about these 38 specials. I'm talking about the 2028 powder. Okay. I don't have any range footage. This is the same range session that I had with my 357. And let's just say it was a miserable night. It was mist and rain, and the light was bad, and okay. Enough excuses. So, here's the results of the 135 grain NOE flat point, round flat nose, whatever you want to call it, with the 2028 powder. Alright. Here's my first shots. This was with 3.6 grains. Now you notice there's a pretty good group going on up here. It's like 1.25 inches. Then all of a sudden I got one down here, throwed it out to 2.842. I'll get into that in a minute. Then I have another group. You know, I've got some here and some spread over here. And this was a 2.334 group. And that was with 3.9 grains. Then the next group at 4.2 went in at 1.893. All right. I forgot to mention in the 357 video, and I don't want to forget it in this one. This is at 12.5 yards. and I'm shooting off a sandbag. Okay, and here's the next group, and it's a 2.362 with 4.2 grains of 2028. Okay, now here we go with the interesting scenario. I've either got 2 that's trying to group and 3 flyers, or I've got 2 groups. And here's the deal, I've got 2 groups. I noticed at this point, and it was at the first, but was trying not to concentrate on it all that much. My front ramp, my sight is really kind of odd. I'm farsighted and I have to wear glasses to see near. So my front ramp, for me to see the target, I have to kind of look through my glasses at an odd angle. And I noticed that my front sight was blurring out. And I noticed that if I held it in the way that I normally hold it, it was aiming at a certain point, and then when I concentrated and aimed it the way it should be aimed, it was hitting at another point. So that's why I'm getting this. So a lot of this is sight. And I've noticed since my mid-40s that I'm using a scope more often and less open sights. So that's my findings, guys. And I was going to show you the brass, but of course I threw it in the tumbler before I had a chance to show you. And as far as that sight thing, I'm really going to try real hard.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Oh, that reminds me. Disney called right before I started shooting this video and wanted me to promote their new Star Wars movie coming out on the 15th of this month. Now, that'll be at midnight on the 14th, running into the 15th, guys. So make sure you don't miss it. Oh, yeah, I forgot to get a drink. Okay, let's get serious. So I'm going to focus on this sight thing more and get that down. I really believe this 2028 powder will be a good powder. And like I said, I am noticing that it is a whole lot more like Winchester 231 than it is with the Unique. So with that said, my velocities is probably higher than what I'm getting out of Unique. But of course, I don't know that yet, but we will revisit it whenever I get a chronograph, and I will be getting a chronograph. That's all there is to it. I think that's all I needed to get into. All right, guys. I forgot. I got to throw this in there. Kids, don't do this at home. Adults, make sure you watch and know your limits of your firearms and what it's capable of, and notice the pressure signs. I really hate to take up video time saying this in almost every video, but okay, here's the deal. You know, I've got this strike on YouTube, and a lot of people's been getting flagged, and there's some things going on, and a lot of people have lost their videos, and some people have even had their channel totally deleted. My wife comes in while I am trying to fall asleep and tells me that it was on the news that YouTube was, I don't know how to put it. She didn't say it like this, but she said they got in trouble for somebody watching their video and mocking it, and it hurt them, and they were being sued, or anyway, they had to pay a fine. So that is the reasoning behind this. And it's not just the gun community, guys. It's all us people that's making videos that may have some content that could be dangerous or harmful to others. So with that in mind, please do not think that I am trying to make this dangerous. I'm actually putting this out here to save you from hurting yourself. So that said, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.